I'm back. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and as you may have just noticed, things are a little different this time around. So it turns out Laura did not enjoy making YouTube videos, and so we figured 2021, new year, new content. This year we're going to be focusing on content to help you organize your business or schedule, increase your productivity, and simplify your workflow no matter what you're working on. Specifically today, we're going to be focusing on a project management software, Trello, that will help you organize your side hustle. So by side hustle, I mean if you're already working a 9-to-5 or a full-time job and you are working a second job in your spare time, you're gonna need something that's probably low cost and or free like Trello to where you can 1, organize your to-do list or tasks, 2, stay in touch with your clients or contacts, and 3, probably organize the rest of your life. Because if you're already working a full-time job and have something going on in your spare time, you're gonna need to organize some other things in your life too. So be sure to stick around to the end where I show you just kind of how I use Trello personally to organize that aspect of my life. We're gonna jump into the computer, so let's get to it. To get started, you're gonna head to Trello.com in the web browser of your choice. That is Trello.com. It's gonna prompt you to set up an account. You'll verify your email and you're good to go. Once you're inside your newly created account, you'll see your home screen full of boards. Boards are how Trello works, almost like a bulletin board of sorts. I've already created 4 for us here, so we're gonna dive into the first one, our to-do Trello board. You'll notice once you're on the board, it works visually, kind of like a bulletin board. You've got a list here. If I wanted to add a to-do item to that, let's say I wanted to call mom. Just type that in and I add it. It's called a card. So I have a card, a list, and then my board. Want to add another card, I need to edit this video, type that in, we're good to go. If I wanted to check off an item, I could hit this little pencil button, click archive, it goes away, it's done. That's pretty basic, right? That's how all to-do lists work. Here's where the power comes in of Trello. You can create another list. Let's say I have a list for today. Create a weekly to-do list, and then maybe one more back burner item to-do list. Now the way I use this, I like to use today just for today, weekly for the tasks for the week, and then back burner for anything else that I don't want to forget but needs to be remembered nonetheless. So typically I'll add items here to my back burner. So let's add that call mom card there. Maybe I need to pick up the groceries from the store. Then at the beginning of the week, I'll come in and go, all right, what do I need to do? I need to call my mom, I need to pick up groceries. Let's say pick up cat litter specifically. So I'll add that in there. Now on my weekly to-do list, when I start my day, I'll then come in and go, all right, what must I accomplish today? I need to call my mom, I need to edit this video. Those are the 2 tasks I need to do today. Then I'll focus my attention right here on this left-hand column all day and kind of avoid what's to the right. That allows me to focus and get done what I need to first to prioritize, right? Because if you're running a side hustle, you gotta be able to prioritize to get work done. Again, this is just kind of like an advanced to-do list. You can also change your background over here. Notice I have the mountains. If you come in here to show menu, change background, maybe you wanted some abstract art, just something a little colorful maybe. Let's go with this first one here, and boom, you have a different background. So if you are a cat person, you can look for a cat. There you go. Whatever motivates you, you can put it on your background. Up next, we're gonna go to our boards once again. Over here on the left, if you click boards, you get a drop-down menu of them. So I'm gonna go to CRM1. I've created 2 versions of this, and you'll see I have some contacts and some lists and things already created in here, a different background. Now, let's imagine you're a beauty counter consultant and you just hosted a virtual party. You've got all this brand new contact information from people who attended the party, and you wanna track that somehow and follow up with those people. What you could do, you could come in here and add a card. Let's say Harry Potter was at the party. Then you could come in here, if you click the card, you have an option for a description. That's typically where I put more details, maybe their phone number, their email, and their preferred, wow, I can't type today, method of contact. Again, you could add a checklist. Let's call this one just new checklist for the time being. And I want to write them a thank you note. I want to invite them to join my online shopping group and maybe send discount code. 3 items. You can check them off here, and you'll notice as I check them off, it also checks them off in a little number tally on the left, but that's pretty tedious if you have to do that for every new contact. So instead of creating new contacts from scratch, we're gonna create this template. I've already set it up where I created a template, and then come in here, add the name, Hermione Granger. Hopefully I spelled her name correctly. We'll create the card, and notice it added my description and my new contact checklist, which I'd already created in the template automatically. So I don't have to do that every time. Then if you schedule a party, let's say Hermione schedules a party, we can move that over here manually to our scheduled list, and we need a date for the party. Come in here, due date, Valentine's Day. We'll make it at 7 p.m. Then click save, and we have a due date on the party. So once the party's complete, we could click follow up. That way we know the party's done. Move her over here. We could add another checklist for what we do once the party's over. And then all of that's said and done, we move her back to the contacts column. And that way I know, but with the February 14th, when she last hosted a party. So maybe I want to contact her 3 months out, and I could sort those that way. Just come in here. If I had multiple cards, it will give you a sort option, and you can, sort alphabetically and a few different ways there. But this is all pretty basic. Again, it requires manually moving the cards with a little bit of automation. Really where Trello's power comes in is with what it refers to as power-ups, or specifically the Butler power-up, which is enabled on all of your boards. So I'm going to come back over here and jump into the second version that I created of this board. It looks a little different. I have similar names in here. I have my new contact here. If I create a new contact, or let's use one we've already got in here. Let's use Shirley Temple, the contact we already saw. Butler, it works as an if-then statement. So if this happens, then take this action. One of the triggers I've set up already in Butler, and that's a little bit more advanced so we won't get into it today, is that if I move a card to the scheduled party or scheduled list, it automatically will add the pre-event checklist. So again, I already added this from my template, and then the pre-event checklist got added automatically once we scheduled a party. Now her party, let's unschedule it. Notice it turned red because I've missed it. If I come in here and change the due date, let's make it on the 21st. Now I've got my checklist right here to work through for the event. We created graphics, we sent them to her, we've nailed down the refreshments. Great. Check those off. It says it's complete. All right. February 21st happens, party happens. We check that off. And then when I check that box off, it automatically moves over to the follow-up column because I checked the box based on a Butler if-then statement. And then it added another checklist, the post-event checklist. So those are things I want to do after the event takes place, or maybe they're follow-up steps for a new client, whatever fits your side hustle best. Again, I can check those off. We completed that. And notice when we completed that card, it moved it back over here to my contacts list and removed those checklists so I know that everything is all said and done. But I leave the dates there again, just so I know the last time I contacted, or the last time they hosted a party. Now what's neat in here, we didn't go over this, but you can record activity. Say for example, you called on February 8th, left voicemail. Then maybe you had a conversation with them in person, spoke at coffee shop, party on go. So this way you remember everything you had. It stays with this contact. It's almost like a record of your interactions with them. That this is something that the much more expensive CRMs do. Trello is not a CRM, but it can function as one. It definitely can. This way you've got an entire record though. So all of that was just automated by using the Butler power-up. Now, the calendar power-up, which I've also enabled, again, this is all available in the free version. You are allowed Butler plus 1 power-up per board. The calendar power-up, notice my dates here. When I open this up, it has the parties right there on those dates. Now, here's where it really gets fun. If you use Gmail or Outlook or some other calendar client to manage your typical day-to-day calendar, come over here to settings, and you can add in this iCal feed to your personal calendar and all these events will pop up there. That's where the time saving really comes in. All right, now, so you've contacted your clients, you've organized your to-do list. What about the rest of your life, your personal life? Well, let me show you how I use that. I've created one more board over here, a meal plan. Because if you're running a side hustle, you've got a lot going on. You're already working your 9 to 5, and then you're working after hours on another task. So you probably need to be organized in your personal life too. This is how my wife and I actually do our meal planning. I've created a new board here so you can kind of see how it works. We will come in, we'll sit down, on the weekend sometimes, like, what do we want to eat this week? We want chicken Alfredo, maybe, let's see, what's something else we eat? Taco soup. We eat a lot of Mexican dishes. It turns out I have veggie tacos over here and white chicken chili as well. We want carrots as a snack, maybe crackers, just a couple different things right there, okay? It makes sense. But here's how we use it. I would invite Laura to this board so we could both see it from our computers or our phones, and we'll go over that in just a second. But we'll look at the chicken Alfredo recipe or the taco soup. Actually, let's go to this veggie tacos recipe. We'll drag this over so we want that this week. I've already linked the recipe right here. It's a YouTube video, so I could click that and it would open to it. And I could write down my ingredients. Go, okay, what do I need for that? I need cilantro, I need avocado, I need lime, just a couple different things. Oh, I need milk too. Now, this is syncing to both of our phones automatically, so if one of us goes to the grocery store, we can pull this up and immediately know what we need for our list. Now, here's a couple cool features that we haven't yet gone over. Say veggie tacos, we've made it one time and they were delicious. We can add a photo too right here by clicking the cover button. You could upload your own if you took a picture, or, for our case, let's just search for tacos, make it easy. We added a photo right there. Now there's an image with that card. We had the meal. We're gonna move it back over here to recipes just to save it since we really enjoyed it. You see these little color codes here? That's something we haven't gone over yet. When I click that to expand it, you see it is gluten-free and paleo. So this recipe then, we've classified it in these two different ways by clicking the labels tab. You can define them just by clicking the pencil icon and save. You can choose a couple different colors here, create new ones. And then if you double click on it, right there, or single click rather, it actually pulls up what they are. So let's do that for veggie tacos. Veggie tacos labels would be Whole30 compliant. And if we use corn tortillas, would be gluten-free also. I don't know if it fits in the paleo category, so we won't add that. All right, we're gonna jump into Trello on the phone. I'm gonna open up the app. It shows all of your boards there in a neat list. We're gonna open the meal plan, and there's everything we just added to our shopping list. There are our meals for the week with our labels. Again, you can click into the card, you can see the image, you can see the labels, you can see the link for the recipe. Snacks, I added carrots there because I want some carrots for a snack. More recipes. Works the same here. Let's say I was going through the grocery store and I already got my tortillas. I long press, hold that up there to the top, and drop it, and it's gone. So I grab my tortillas, grab my cilantro, done, gone. You're working things off, and again, this updates on your computer as well as on anyone else's phone who was linked to the list. And those are our top 3 tips on how to use Trello to organize your side hustle. I'm curious what other uses you might find for it, so let us know in the comments below how you're using Trello, or if you're using another project management software, let us know that too. I'd love to check that out and give it a review. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the old thumbs up button below, and if you really loved it and want to see more content just like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. We'll see you guys next week.